that there is going to be two employment discussions, or we're going to have interviews for an acting superintendent. And so my question would be, did we put this in EdJoin? How did we come about this? Did we have a committee? Because I would imagine that if we're going to be interviewing for an acting superintendent, that you would want all board members present and more than 24 hours notice. So do you have any response to anything, or?
We discussed this at our last closed session, so I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, we did? Okay. So do we have a committee, or who was, how did this come about?
Again, we discussed this at our last closed session.
Okay, so what did you report out from the last closed session? Because if no action was taken, you said no action was taken.
Nothing.
So if no action was taken, how was this discussed at the last closed session meeting? If no action was taken, but suddenly we're here 1 week later doing superintendent interviews. If no action is taken, we shouldn't be here.
We followed the direction of our council.
So is your council advising you incorrectly?
We can ask Mr. Robbins.
Yes. How can I help you?
Could you repeat your question?
No, go ahead. You heard what I said. I mean, we had no actionable items that we reported out in closed session, but yet she says that she can't explain if there's a committee, who was directed, why we're having these acting superintendent interviews. She can't say anything. She says that this was discussed in closed session, but there was no actionable items reported out from closed session. So I'm just confused as to if we don't take any action in closed session, how are we here tonight doing superintendent interviews? We haven't had a search firm. This isn't up in EdJoin. Like, who is directed to do so? I mean, we need, I know Renee Gray didn't direct anybody to do so, and I don't believe you did, Todd. So who directed somebody to find these candidates?
Well, I'm not at liberty to discuss confidential closed session communications. Unless they're directed to do so, so I'm not going to do that.
I feel like if